Good afternoon, is it from Zetster's lab? I want to tell you something that can really save your life. It's a stupid thing. I'm very close to the camera, but I need to be in this position. What do you do when something bit you, or stung you or something, and it's really sore? So yesterday I went on this hike, and while I was hiking in the veld on the aloe trail, I just realized something. I don't know what you call it. A thorn stung me. I don't know what you call it. In Afrikaans we call it 'n doring het my gesteek. So a thorn pinched me or whatever. I immediately felt it, but it wasn't that bad, so I continued. And I forgot all about it. And then last night when I was getting ready for bed, all of a sudden I couldn't walk on my foot. It was so sore. It was really crazy, and I thought I wore new tackies, sneakers that I bought a long time ago, and they were always half, I don't know, I just don't enjoy them, and I tried them again, and I thought, it's the tackies, it's the sneakers, they're really not good for my feet. And when I looked, it was just so sore. I couldn't believe it, because I really didn't walk far with them. And when I looked down on my ankles, this is why I'm so close, it's very peculiar, I saw that little red mark there, and I remember the thorn. And immediately I knew what to do, and that's what I want to share with you. Hubby told me years back about this awesome way to deal with anything that bit you or stung you or whatever, because there must have been poison in that little thorn, and you can see a little black piece there, it's broken into it. And years back I was walking cutting my bougainvillea, and I stepped into a thorn as well, and I mean that became so bad that I had to go to the doctor, and he was trying to get the thorn out. I nearly died, and at the end screamed so hard, gave me antibiotics, and I was on crutches. It was that bad. And then hubby said, listen, let's just put something warm onto it, really heat, because he said to me, as soon as you apply heat to any of those things, it breaks down the poison. And I said, I'll try anything now. And you wouldn't believe it, it worked. So at first I put this cloth or a piece of bread or something like that that can keep the warmth. I would put that into a plastic bag, and then I would just tip very hot boiling water, but I let it cool down a little bit, and then I will just tip it onto that place. Also in our garden there's spiders, and I don't know, they love me, and every time when they bite me, it itches like crazy, and then it becomes septic and terrible. And now when I know, okay, I've been bitten again, I just apply the heat. And years back we went to visit on a farm, friends on a farm, and they had this dog, and when we got there, this Rottweiler dog's face was standing like this, because a path adder had bit it. And it was just this, they took him to the vet, and the vet said, no, he doesn't know, he doesn't think they're going to save this dog. And then sorry, what do you want to say, babes? He's listening. A thorn pricked me. We were trying to figure out what the right description will be. The thorn pricked me. That's the right English. Thank you. So we went and we visited in the farm, and the dog was he was in a terrible state. And hubby said, listen, let's apply heat, and he told them about this. So they had twins, and one of the twins, their wisdom teeth were taken out, so they had this thing that you put around your head. You warmed up the little things, and then you put it over the face like this. So they said they're going to try it. I mean, now they're just trying to save this dog. And they heated up that thing, and they put it around that huge dog's face, and it helped. And they kept doing it. The next day, that dog was much, much better. Face was halfly swollen, so they kept doing it. And when they took him back to the vet a couple of days later, he said it's a miracle. He doesn't know what happened because there wasn't a hole or anything. When a puff adder stings you, it forms a terrible hole. It gets the skin dies. So the heat even saved the dog. So that's what I want to share with you. This is just a remedy that's really a lifesaver to me. But now you know, Zetster from Zetster's Lab, I'm very lazy. So now to put heat on, it's very easy. I just take my coffee. I've got coffee or tea. This is now coffee. I take coffee in my mug. And then I just apply that warm cup, ouch, ouchie, ouchie, onto the place. You can see, at first you can only hold it for a second. So I keep it there until it's too sore. And then I just keep it for longer and longer. Now, I made this about 5 minutes ago, so it's not that hot anymore. But you apply it. There you can see my little red mark, and you can see it's a little bit swollen and the poison has moved into this part. So I just keep it, ouch, onto the spot. And you do this for about 2-3 minutes or whatever until you now feel this is enough. You know, it's sore and I'm now done with it. Or your coffee gets too cold. So then that's it. That's all you need to do. And then in an hour or 2 or 3 hours, I always apply it. I try 3 or 4 times a day. And then, especially with the really bad things like the spider bites, I do it for a day or 2 until it stops. You would feel it when you do it on a spider bite that itches. When you apply this heat onto that thing, it drives you absolutely crazy. That first couple of seconds, it's so itchy that you want to scream. And then you can feel it's starting to become more and more itchy. And when it's red and everything, that will just go away until it feels fantastic. And then a couple of hours later, when the itch comes back, you just do it again. And this is it. I mean, isn't it awesome? Anything, a blue bottle that stings you, a wasp, whatever. And it's just that poison. The heat, I think Herman always said it's above 50 degrees or 60 degrees or whatever. That heat breaks down the poison. So thank you that I can share my tip with you and really just try it. So, as I said with the dog, he got totally healed. My bougainvillea thorn, after a day, it was off the crutches. After 2-3 days, it was gone. So now I'm doing this. So thanks for tuning in. Thank you that I can share my life with you. All the things that works for me, I love to share it so that you can do it too. Wow, look how dirty my feet is. But love you lots. Life is good when you just share. Whatever you've received, let's just share it with one another. This doesn't cost anything. This is just a fantastic remedy. I mean, even when my little grandchildren, the one got stung by a wasp, and you just do it, and it's just gone. Have a fantastic day. Is it from Zetster's Lab?